Alright, so we made it to the basic video. Hopefully you watched the overview where we covered the difference between tracking templates versus destination URLs. But anyways, in the basic video, let me show you how the URL builder works, just some basic stuff. So I already have some stuff set here. I'm going to clear these form fields. I already have two URLs built in here, so I can click on either one of these to load the URLs, or I can click on the other one. And this URL hasn't been shortened, but I can click shorten URL, and that'll give me a short URL. So if I copy this short URL, I can go to it, and it basically redirects me, through the Google short URLs to the final URL with the tracking parameters. The benefit in using short URLs is that you can see your click stats. So you can see monthly, weekly, daily, or the last 2 hours. You can see different click stats from the Google short URL API. And the way that we get these click stats is you just click update click stats. And what this will do is it'll go through, pull all your API data from the Google short URL, and it'll update it, and it'll tell you the time when we last updated it. So that's one click because we just went to it, but you could filter it, and if you wanted to see the Google short URL dashboard, you could click on that little icon, and it'll kind of give you the basic click stats, where you could also filter by the same time frame. So anyways, that's showing click stats, as well as how to shorten the URL, and if you want to clear these fields up here, you can clear it. So let's say I want to build another URL. So instead of directing traffic to this page where I'm doing the Facebook fan page free version, maybe I want to advertise a discount. So I could type that and hit build URL. So it'll basically build a new URL with the new parameters, and there's no short URL, but if I wanted to shorten it, I could. So that just shortened it. I could clear this again, and let's build a whole new URL. I'm going to drive traffic to this free account page. So I'm going to take that, and I could paste it in here. Now, it's very important that you drive traffic to either HTTP or HTTPS. Make sure you're using the correct protocol. I recommend driving all traffic to HTTPS, the secure version of your site, if you can, if you support that. This staging site does not support it, so I'm not going to do it. And then also be very cautious whether you are supposed to include the trailing slash or not include the slash. I've seen some sites where they drop query string parameters, so basically all the parameters at the end of the URL, they get dropped because a redirect occurs. So it kind of depends on your site. So just make sure you're doing this correctly. So let's say this is going to be a banner. That's the source, and the medium, well, maybe the source will be, let's say I'm advertising on CNN and they're showing a banner, and this is going to be about my free trial campaign, and there's no keyword and there's no content. So source, medium, and campaign are required, and I'm going to build this. So here's the parameters here, and this is the link. So I could either send this over to CNN and say, hey, this is the URL that I want you to test. So I'm going to copy that, and let's just test it to make sure that no redirects occur, and I do get to the site, and here's the parameters. So that's basically just basic testings of the URL builder. And if you wanted to search, so let's say I wanted to find all my banner URLs, I could type that in and click search. So there's that. If I wanted to find my Facebook URLs, I could search for that. I could clear the search, and that shows back up. If I'm building a new URL and I want to see what values I already have populated, you could just type in a letter like B for banner, and that'll pop up. So that's good, so that some people aren't using fan page like that, and people aren't using fan_page. So you want to be pretty consistent on your parameters. So use the same medium, so that way when you do reporting, all the mediums actually you can group by it, and they're all the same value. So these tracking fields will autocomplete if you type something in. If you don't want to use values, just leave them blank. So let's see what we've covered here in the basic video. So the basic workings, the auto completion of fields, how to search for URLs, the URL shortener, getting click stats, and then we can also delete URLs. So just hit the delete that entry, and now it's gone. When you update the click stats, if I hit update, there is like a 1 minute timeout. So once you do that, if I hit update again real soon, it says you have to wait 54 more seconds in order for us to update your click stats again. So you can only click this button once every minute. So we do that to kind of throttle the amount of API calls we make to the Google API. So anyhow, that's the basic workings of the URL builder.